DFS, and it is finally tourney time, and we're here today to look at some upset picks that can give you an edge in your bracket groups. But before we start, I want to tell you about PrizePicks. If you're looking for some DFS action to go along with your bracket, you can pick the over and under on multiple stats for multiple players in every single tournament game, even the NIT. And when you download the PrizePicks app and you use code Dale, they will match your first deposit up to $100. Let's get into it now. First up, we got Davidson over Michigan State. They're right next to each other in KenPom rating, so it should be a pretty even game, but 61% of the people are on Michigan State, so that's going to give you some value to pick Davidson. Next, we got Virginia Tech over Texas. This one's interesting because more people are actually picking VT, so the value isn't necessarily there, so I don't think you can go wrong either way, but we are on the Hokies on this one. This one's obvious, but I had to include it. Michigan over Colorado State. But I'm also interested in this because of big body David Roddy for the Rams of Colorado State. I love him, so I'm going to be watching this game. The last one from the first round upsets, I was surprised that 71% are on Providence. They don't have any game-changing players, and they squeak out wins. And South Dakota State hasn't lost in 2022. They have 30 wins. I'm picking the Jackrabbits. I think this is a no-brainer, especially with the value. Moving on to the later rounds, this is the big one. We got Davidson beating Duke to move on to the Sweet 16. Duke is a young team, and this is going to be Davidson's Super Bowl to send Coach K out, and they're from North Carolina and didn't have the opportunity to play for Duke, so I like Davidson in this one. Next, we got UNC over Baylor. No defending champ has been past the Sweet 16, let alone repeat as champions, and we think UNC has the squad to knock them off, so we're taking the Tar Heels. Next is LSU over Wisconsin. Wisconsin is another team that just squeaks out wins. LSU, a lot of people aren't going to be on them because they just had to part ways with their head coach. So I think there's tremendous value in this pick in your group. And finally, we got Iowa moving along in the Sweet 16 over Kansas. We have them going even to the Final Four. I like them up to that point. People might be saying, hey, how come Iowa can be better this year without Luka Garza? You look them straight in the eyes and say, Keegan Murray. That's all I got to say. So those are our upsets for this year's bracket. I hope you enjoyed the video and follow us on Twitter at DalesDFS.